On October 20th, 2025, the owner of the Otto the Watchdog YouTube channel, 39-year-old Winston Knowles, traveled to Winsboro, Texas, and stood at the intersection of Broadway and Main Street in the center of town holding various signs. Each sign had a different message, with some containing vulgarities. The Winsboro Police Department received several calls regarding Mr. Knowles.
Winsboro Police Department.
Hi, it's Brennan. Are Kayla and Patrick in there?
Yeah, they're in there.
Yeah, tell Kayla to check her phone. I sent her the photos of him holding that sign.
Okay, got it. Winsboro Police Department.
Hey, Police Department, Public Works Department.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'd like to file a complaint about a guy down there at the 11 and Broadway standing in Depot parking lot with a sign. It's vulgar.
Okay, yeah, they're there right now.
Oh, okay, good.
Shortly after the department received the calls, Code Enforcement Officer Gieske, along with Officer Carter and Officer Feddersen from the Winsboro Police Department, arrived on the scene. The interaction that followed was captured on both officer body cam and several cameras that Mr. Knowles pre-positioned himself.
This entrapment. He's trying to get us to come after him.
Look where he's trying. He's going to have us going in circles. Hey, stay right there.
No, thank you. Let's go.
Hey, stop. Hey, come here.
No, thank you. I'd rather not. Thank you.
407, just be advised, this individual is running, trying to get away from him.
Come here. Hey, you got to talk to me. Stop. Where'd she go?
407, you on your last traffic.
Hey, come here. So, your sign is a nuisance. You can't have it. We have, hey, listen. Hey, stop.
Let's stay away from you a little bit.
Yeah, you're fine. So, we have the signs right here, the ordinance. You can't have your sign.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Can I see your signs, please?
No, thank you. I don't consent to search and
Not at this time. I'm not trying to search or seizure.
Well, I don't want to show you, so.
Okay, well, let me go ahead and give you a copy of our city ordinance that states, hold on, there's lots of video of you and pictures of you holding a sign that says F, bad cops.
And that is,
yes, sir. So,
no, I don't accept.
well, it's okay, let me read it to you.
Okay.
Nuisance sign,
I can't listen to both of you.
anything that annoys, disturbs,
Stand by.
which contains statements, words, or pictures of obscene, indecent, or immoral character. So
Okay.
that is 3.1103.
Is that a city ordinance?
Yes, sir.
Oh, fantastic.
So just so that you
That's
know,
good.
you
Can you
cannot,
push that button, please?
Nope.
you
Can I
cannot
push
have
that
that
button?
sign. It's already
Oh,
done.
good, good. Thank you, thank you.
Hey, so we're not going to sit here and keep walking in circles through the
All we're
intersections with
asking-
you.
Go away.
No, sir. All thing we're asking is you cannot have the obscene sign.
Hey, so here's the thing. So if you don't take that sign and put it up, we're going to cite you.
And but, hold on, he could be cited right now. He just showed a sign in the intersection.
I did show a sign. Would you like to see it?
Let's see what it is.
That one is, you cannot do that. That is against another city
No,
ordinance
I
that
don't think
says
so.
you cannot do that in an intersection. Where you stood over there, that's perfectly
Okay,
fine.
so let's see what your signs are.
No, I'd rather
Why
not.
are we sitting here playing these games? Let's just see what all your signs
I don't
you
want
have.
to show you.
Okay, well, I saw one while ago.
Okay.
and
Did you?
I did.
And you snitched on me, didn't you?
Why would I snitch?
Why would you snitch?
Because I saw your sign. We've
Okay,
gotten
what did it
multiple
say?
calls. It's F-U-C-K,
Okay.
the cops.
Okay.
You can't have that sign.
Okay,
Okay.
that's the
So-
ordinance that I'm telling you about, and you just broke another ordinance by showing the sign right here.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so it's any signs.
It's any signs that you are showing which is causing a distraction
Okay.
to traffic in
Is
an
this one?
intersection. Yes, sir. That is
Oh,
another.
so I
That's
can't do
breaking.
that?
So you understand what she's
That
saying?
is a
You were
citable
in the
offense.
intersection. Up here on the sidewalk, you're fine, but when you're in the
Was I
intersection,
in the intersection?
you were.
This is considered
You're being
an
recorded?
intersection right here.
Right here, right here.
Okay, well, I wasn't in the intersection until you started chasing me. Can I go now?
We're not chasing you.
Well, you're chasing me because I'm trying to get away from you. You keep following me and telling me to stop. I don't
trying
want to
to
stop.
conduct
I want to get away
breaking
from
our
you.
city ordinances and you're doing it repeatedly,
I don't give a
sir.
damn about your city ordinances.
Okay, that's fine. Then you don't have to be out here.
Well, then where do you want me to be?
You can be
Oh,
off. You can
actually,
be out. No,
you know,
can be out of the intersection.
When I sat down and I made this first sign right here, I was like, hey, you know what I should do? I should hang this in my closet and then shut the door. That's what I thought when I made the first sign.
Okay, I mean, you have that right.
I should hang it in the closet.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shut the door.
You have the right, sir. But what we're saying is, when you're breaking this city
I think they're
ordinances
happy
by
that you're
showing
doing
up
that.
scenery or being not in the intersection here, but even
Okay.
right here.
Oh, so now you're
still
here?
breaking- Yes.
I thought this was a sidewalk, actually.
No, sir. This right here, right, is considered an intersection, which you cannot post signs.
Who
You
are
can't have
you,
signs. I'm a code enforcement officer.
Oh, the code enforcement. Is code enforcement under the police department here?
We
you're a
are
division?
side by side with the
Okay,
police
so
department.
you're all three are police officers.
I'm a licensed officer. I'm not a police officer.
Okay, so this is code enforcement, and you agree with what she just said?
100%.
Okay, can somebody show me exactly where the sidewalk is?
Code Enforcement Officer Gieske informs Mr. Knowles that he is not allowed to display his vulgar signs in public, and that he is not allowed to display any signs whatsoever within the intersection. Article 3.11 of the Winnsboro Code of Ordinances defines a sign as any written or graphic representation used to communicate and attract attention. However, it also states that the ordinance only applies to signs that are used for the communication of commercial information. The same article creates a category of so-called nuisance signs and prohibits them in the downtown business district. A nuisance sign is defined to include signs that, quote-unquote, annoy and disturb the public or contains, now quoting, statements, words, or pictures of an obscene, indecent, or immoral character, such as will offend public morals or decency. Now, although the application of this ordinance in this instance would certainly fail due to the fact that it only pertains to commercial signage, it is important to note that even if the ordinance applied to non-commercial signs, it would likely be unconstitutional. In the realm of constitutional analysis, the term, quote-unquote, obscene has a far narrower meaning than ordinary profanity. In the 1973 Supreme Court case of Miller versus California, the court held that material may be treated as obscene only if it appeals to the prurient interests, depicts sexual content that is patently offensive as defined by state law, and lacks serious literary, artistic, political, or scientific value. A protest sign that uses a profanity to criticize police does not describe sexual conduct, does not seek to arouse prurient interest, and plainly displays political content. Furthermore, streets and sidewalks are traditional public forums where speech on public issues receives the highest level of protection. In those spaces, the government may impose reasonable time, place, and manner restrictions, but it may not restrict speech based on its content or suppress particular viewpoints, including harsh criticism of public officials. But when applied in this context, Winnsboro's nuisance sign ordinance effectively functions as a content-based restriction, as the operative feature of the sign that triggered the enforcement was its message and wording, not its size or placement. The Winnsboro officers were attempting to use an ordinance that targets, quote, obscene, indecent, or immoral language on commercial signage to prohibit a profane anti-police protest in a traditional public forum, which certainly would not survive the scrutiny of a court.
Okay, right here is not a sidewalk.
Okay.
If you want to see where a sidewalk is, this right here
This
is a sidewalk.
So right here's fine?
But
Right here's fine.
that is still going to be,
Right here's fine.
actually, technically, yeah.
Okay, technically, yeah. Okay.
But you cannot display your sign that says F-U-C-K.
Just that one.
Any signs that have
Just
any
the one
explicit
that says
words on it.
Anything that has
or
a, yeah.
obscene.
Vulgar or obscene.
Vulgar, obscene.
Can we just take a look at your sign? Okay, well, the one sign is you're not going to display it no more.
Or
Are you sure about that?
I'm telling you, you're not going to
Can I
do
make
it.
a
Signs,
pinky
words,
promise?
obscene,
We're not doing that.
indecent, or immoral.
Can I make a pinky promise that I won't show that sign anymore? What?
What does that one say?
I don't want to. I want it.
I mean, I could also ask you for your permit for filming, but I'm not trying to do that.
You want my permit for filming? Are you gonna give me? Do I have to get a permit for filming?
You do actually, yeah.
Oh. Well, I don't
if you're
have.
just walking around
I
with your
don't have one actually.
Hey, so I mean, why are you being so argumentative with us? Like, we're just literally
I was having a good time all by myself.
We understand that, but we're getting multiple calls for your sign.
I'm sorry that somebody's calling you.
With vulgar language.
I'm sorry that somebody's calling you. That's a silly thing to do, isn't it?
You're disrupting the peace, disorderly conduct with it.
Disorderly conduct. Is it?
It is.
It's
Oh,
a nuisance.
Is it? It's a nuisance. It's a public nuisance. I'm creating a public nuisance. Are you sure, bro?
Officer Feddersen tells Mr. Knowles that continuing to display his signs could constitute disorderly conduct, and Code Enforcement Officer Gieske states that a public nuisance charge could also apply. Under Section 42.01 of the Texas Penal Code, which serves as the state's disorderly conduct statute, the only provisions that could plausibly apply to this encounter are subsection A1, which covers abusive, indecent, profane, or vulgar language in a public place when the language by its very utterance tends to incite an immediate breach of the peace, and subsection A2, which addresses offensive gestures or displays in a public place that likewise tend to incite an immediate breach of the peace. In the 1942 Supreme Court case of Chaplinsky versus New Hampshire, the court explained that, quote-unquote, fighting words are limited to direct face-to-face insults that, by their very utterance, are likely to provoke the average person to immediate violence. This doctrine does not treat ordinary profanity or sharp criticism of the government as criminal, and it is confined to personally abusive insults directed at a specific individual in circumstances where a physical confrontation is the natural and immediate response. Texas courts apply the same standard when they interpret Section 42.01A1, as noted by the Texas Court of Appeals in the 2009 decision of In re JAP. Although Mr. Knowles' words were profane and highly critical, they were also directed at members of law enforcement and government in general, rather than as personal fighting challenges to a particular officer or passerby. And as for subsection A2, the quote-unquote display at issue is a protest sign with political content and profanity. While it may be offensive to some, there is no indication that it is provoking imminent violence whatsoever. Furthermore, while the Winnsboro Code of Ordinances does recognize several types of quote-unquote public nuisances, none of these provisions could conceivably apply to the content of expressive activity on a sidewalk, and they are not designed to operate as criminal charges for speech.
Are you 100% sure?
Actually, yes. I'm 100% sure it's causing a nuisance.
Yeah, I know what you're asking.
Any sign that's vulgar, anything like that, don't be out here displaying it. That's all we're asking, then we'll leave you alone.
Well, I mean, I really like my signs, though.
Well, you can't have them. It's right here, city ordinance.
Are you gonna take them from me?
We're just asking you to put them up and don't display them no more out
Okay.
here.
Well, I guess I can hang them in my closet as a souvenir.
If you want.
Have you ever heard of a man named Cohen? No, this is 1971. I mean, I guess that's before your time, though, isn't it? He said fuck. He had a jacket that said fuck in a courthouse, and they arrested him for disorderly conduct. And then he fought in court for 3 years, and they won. And now that gives us the right to say fuck in public.
Until it offends somebody.
Until it offends somebody. So what if somebody else is preaching out here and I get offended? So if I can't have these signs, hold on, I'm going to reach in my pocket, but I'm not going to. Here, I'll show you so you're nice.
You're fine.
Right, I do have a license, but I'm not carrying right now.
You're fine.
Okay, so real nice and slow. Can I display this? Do you know what this is?
I mean, what is it?
Do you know what it is? It's a Bible.
Okay.
Can I read out of this?
You can if you want.
Okay. Well, if I can read out, if it
then
offends somebody, what's going to happen to me?
All we're asking.
I know what you're asking.
You're going
I'm
round
asking,
and round.
if I read out of this book, am I going to go to jail today?
You're not going to jail for your signs.
Okay.
We're just asking.
What are you going to do then? Why are you fucking with me? If I'm not going to jail, then I don't even want to talk to you.
Okay, well then you're going to get a citation.
Why am I going to get a citation?
For violation of the city ordinance. We don't want to.
Well, then don't. If you don't want to, then don't.
That we're just asking you, please stop with the signs. That's it. We're out here. We're playing the ordinance.
Yeah, I really like my signs, though.
I understand you like them. I don't have a problem with your signs. According to the ordinance.
You're not going to take them from me. Okay, that's good.
I plan on taking them, but what you're doing though with the
so
cameras,
you promise me that you're not going to arrest me?
We're not going to arrest you.
You're just going to write me a citation.
I'm not even going to write you a citation if you put the signs
if I continue to hold my signs, you're just going to write me a citation, and you're not going to take me to jail.
If you continue to display the vulgar signs that are with
The vulgar signs?
Yes.
Okay, I'm being very specific, right? Oh, here, I'm going to take my glasses off so you can see my eyes, right? If I continue to hold, I just don't want to go to jail.
You're not going
Okay,
to
I'll
jail.
take a ticket. Okay, if
We don't even want to
I
issue a
continue,
citation.
well, are you going to?
We don't want to.
But will you?
Are you going to stop?
No.
Then if you don't
Can I
stop,
show this sign?
let's see.
If I show this sign, you know which one it is.
Let me see.
You already know which one it is.
If you're only showing it to us, but if you're showing it to the crowd, then yeah, you're breaking the ordinance.
And you're going to give me a ticket for it, and I'm not going to go to jail for it. You're going to give me a ticket.
I won't take you to jail because I can
Are
only
you
write
going to take
a
me to
ticket.
jail? Are either one of y'all going to take me to jail? You're going to have somebody else come here and take? I don't want to go to jail. Is what I'm trying to say.
Listen,
I'm going to show this sign.
the disorderly.
I'm about. Okay.
You can go for disorderly conduct.
I can.
We don't want to. We don't want to do. We just want you to stop.
Okay,
Why do you feel like you need to continue to do
My
it?
purpose is my purpose. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You keep saying disorderly conduct, both of you. Do you know what statute it is?
Off the top of my head, I don't know what statute.
Would you
it
be
is.
surprised if I did?
I would believe that you would know exactly what
Okay,
the
would
statute
you like me to
is.
recite it to you?
Go ahead.
Winsboro Police Department.
Hi, I'm guessing you're getting a million calls about this, but you've got two officers harassing a man exercising his First Amendment rights
Okay.
on the corner. You gotta call him off. You're gonna get sued. It does not look good.
Can you hold? I'm getting another call.
You're gonna get 1,000 calls.
Okay.
Call those two officers. Get them the hell out of there.
Okay.
Unpopular speech, the things that people don't usually like. So again, I'm about to turn this sign around and show the passing people the content of this sign, and I do not want to go to jail. I will take your ticket. I will take your ticket, but I do not want to be arrested.
Right now, let's go over here.
I'm about to turn this sign around, and you said that I wasn't going to be arrested. I just want you to. Oh, so you're going. So you're thinking about it.
No, because you asked if you were going to go to jail, but you're not going to stop.
I'm not.
So we're going to go over to this police car over here, so the citation can be issued to you, and we will continue. We'll decide what's going to happen at that point. Okay?
Y'all go over there, and I'm going to keep doing exactly what I was doing.
You're going to
You're
follow
going to come over here so the citation can be issued.
I'm about to
Does that mean I'm being detained or arrested?
Huh?
Am I being detained or arrested?
Right now, you're being detained, so
Okay,
we can
well,
continue speaking with you.
then I would like to stay right
decide
here.
What's going to be happening? Okay?
I mean, that all sounds like not good.
Why?
Because I want to stand right here and hold these signs. And and I do have a limited time. It's actually almost 2 o'clock right now. So I kind of got stuff to do today.
Okay, then why don't
interfering
you
with that.
go ahead and do what?
Do I have to stand there and watch you do it?
Do you have to stand there and watch us do what?
Write your ticket. Can't you do that? I mean, you don't usually.
Well, you keep trying to walk away from us. You're running through the intersection.
I'm not going to sit here and keep running in circles around this.
I don't want to have a consensual conversation with you.
Okay, well, you're violating the city ordinance, so
Well,
you're going to be issued a citation.
I hope. I mean, I've got something to say about your ordinance.
That's fine. You can have your own opinions
ordinance.
about it.
Okay, you're not going to take me to jail, right? Your ordinance is right.
Okay.
Because it's repugnant to the First Amendment of the Constitution. And if you have a city ordinance that says I can't be here right now, then I'm just going to have to say no, thank you. I'm going to have to keep doing exactly what I was doing before you got here, if you don't mind. If you want to write me a ticket, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Do you have your ID on you?
Oh. Shit, no. Here, I'll give you. How about this though?
Do you know your number?
I know. Here, let's go over there. I'll go with you. I'll go willingly. I'm not gonna run. You can catch me, couldn't you? Can I challenge you to a foot race over there? Okay. All right, I'll go with you. Good guys right here, heroes. Figures of the country. A ticket for my fine. Okay.
And I will have to ask you to please take the cameras down. You can come to City Hall. For
Take
your
the cameras down? Fuck no.
But he's not willing to.
Fuck that. No, fuck you, that permit.
How they want us to handle
See
it.
if Randy will come
No,
up here.
I'm not getting
You
a permit.
can.
I'm not. That's ridiculous. Have you ever heard of the First Amendment protections?
Code Enforcement Officer Gieske tells Mr. Knowles that he will have to take down his cameras because he's filming without a permit. It is very important to note that Mr. Knowles is standing in a traditional public forum, recording public officials and their response to his protest using ordinary camera equipment, which is conduct that the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, which has jurisdiction over Texas, has directly affirmed as a constitutionally protected activity. In the 2017 Fifth Circuit case of Turner versus Driver, the court recognized that citizens have a First Amendment right to record police officers performing their duties in public, subject only to reasonable time, place, and manner restrictions that are content neutral. Other federal courts have reached the same conclusion, treating the act of recording public officials as part of protected news gathering, and emphasizing that the right belongs to ordinary citizens and members of the press alike. Nothing about this encounter would suggest that Mr. Knowles' recording interfered with police operations or blocked access or created any independent safety issue that would justify a time, place, or manner restriction. In the 2002 Supreme Court case of Watchtower Bible and Tract Society versus Village of Stratton, the court invalidated an ordinance that required door-to-door advocates to register with the government and obtain a permit before engaging in canvassing. The court explained that forcing citizens to secure advance permission before they speak in traditional forums is incompatible with the First Amendment, even when the permit scheme is relatively content neutral. The code enforcement officer's assertion that a lone individual's ability to record public officials hinges on obtaining a generic quote-unquote filming permit from City Hall essentially serves as a prior restraint against Mr. Knowles' free speech without any evident time, place, or manner justification that is tied to his specific conduct. Furthermore, the fact that Mr. Knowles later posts his footage to a monetized YouTube channel does not transform this protest and recording into a form of unprotected commercial activity. Journalistic and expressive work routinely generates revenue, and neither the First Amendment nor Article 1, Section 8 of the Texas Constitution conditions protection on the speaker's motives or business model. Therefore, it is highly unlikely that Mr. Knowles was under any legal obligation to obtain a permit before filming his own protest against members of law enforcement while standing in a public forum.
No, you haven't.
Alrighty, you ready? What's your name?
My name?
Yeah.
You ready for this?
Ready.
W.
Why are you doing this?
Oh, do you have a pen?
Yeah.
Okay, write it down.
What's
W.
What's your name? Just tell me what your name is.
W.
W what?
Knowles. Would you like to, if you're going to write it down, write it down.
I have a brain. I can understand the words that are coming out of your mouth.
You remember what? Okay, sure. I'll just stop
W. Knowles?
Winston Knowles. Winston W. Knowles. I was born in 1986. So you're writing it down anyway.
I don't...
All right. City of Winnsboro, state of Texas, is giving me a ticket for what exactly? Because I don't have a...
No, this is for your sign.
For the sign?
For the sign, yeah.
For the language on the sign? Okay, for the language on the sign. And what about the permit that I'm not getting?
We'll address that later.
Okay, can we address that now so that way I can get back to what I was doing?
Okay. Well, once we get done with this,
hurry up.
then we can...
You can write two at the same time, can't you?
After receiving a citation for violating the local ordinance, Mr. Knowles returned to the intersection and continued displaying his signs. Overall, the Winnsboro officers get an F for displaying fundamental misunderstandings regarding the First Amendment and free expression, for baselessly threatening to arrest Mr. Knowles, and for ultimately issuing Mr. Knowles a citation for a nonsensical and totally irrelevant ordinance violation. Throughout this encounter, the Winnsboro officers characterized what obviously qualified as quintessential free speech taking place in a traditional public forum as if it were illegal contraband ravaging the minds of their community. Their focus on the content of the message, rather than on any objective feature of the sign, reflected an undeniable failure to distinguish between protected offensive speech and material that the law actually allows the government to regulate. The officers also invoked disorderly conduct and public nuisance as potential criminal charges, even though Mr. Knowles' conduct did not satisfy the elements of any relevant language of these codes. As explained earlier, Texas disorderly conduct law, read through the fighting words doctrine, requires language or displays that by their very nature tend to provoke an imminent breach of the peace. In this encounter, the video showed complaints and offense taken from some members of the public, but no indication that anyone was on the verge of reacting violently to Mr. Knowles' speech. Furthermore, the suggestion that Mr. Knowles was required to obtain a permit before he could legally film his own protest directly contradicts the right to record public officials in public that the Fifth Circuit and others have explicitly recognized. The officers went on to issue Mr. Knowles a citation for an ordinance that had no lawful application, and clearly did so because of the language and viewpoint on his sign, not because of any neutral concern about signage or traffic. This interaction highlights how misunderstandings of free speech doctrine and disorderly conduct standards can cause officers to use legal codes as tools against protected political expression, rather than to address genuine threats to public safety. And Mr. Knowles gets an A for demonstrating a clear and thorough understanding of his constitutional rights, for exercising those rights peacefully and respectfully, and for maintaining a calm and collected demeanor despite being threatened with arrest and ultimately issued a baseless citation. It is very clear that Mr. Knowles is very well versed in the relevant court precedents surrounding free expression. As he anchored his conduct in well-established First Amendment principles, he correctly explained that vulgar political speech in a traditional public forum is protected, and he accurately referenced cases like Cohen versus California to explain why the words on his sign did not make his protest quote-unquote obscene. He remained on or near the sidewalk, avoided stepping into the roadway, and he never created a genuine safety or obstruction issue. When confronted with the officer's shifting theories about disorderly conduct, public nuisance, and a nonsense permit requirement, Mr. Knowles consistently responded with reasoned objections instead of emotional outbursts. He challenged the officers to reconcile their enforcement decisions with the Constitution. He articulated the difference between content-neutral regulation and content-based censorship, and he did so without resorting to personal threats or physical escalation. Even as they discussed taking him to jail, he maintained a calm demeanor and accepted the citation without further escalating the encounter. Now, all of that said, there were a few aspects of his conduct that didn't necessarily optimize his legal positioning post-encounter. Mr. Knowles eventually surrendered his identification to the officers, even though he was likely under no legitimate legal obligation to do so. That choice was almost certainly a conscious decision in order to avoid escalation and to obtain a tangible record of the detention, but it still represented a point where he yielded more than the law appears to require. Additionally, although much of his speech was thoughtful and articulate, Mr. Knowles engaged in extensive banter with the officers and did not meaningfully invoke his right to remain silent once it became clear that they were intent on enforcing the ordinance. A more restrained approach, with shorter, targeted statements followed by silence, would likely have further reduced the risk of mischaracterization and limited opportunities for officers to fish for alternative charges. I commend Mr. Knowles for standing his ground peacefully while asserting his rights in a clear, informed, and principled manner, but I would caution other citizens in a similar situation to consider invoking their right to silence sooner, and to think carefully before volunteering any information to members of law enforcement. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out Audit the Court if you're interested in learning about the legal nuance beyond the body cam.